Hello and good day. I'm here to discuss some of the apps that I use during this online activity that we have, most especially when you try to work on with your online activity in school. These are some useful tools that you could use more on a what we call Swiss knife application for your day-to-day needs in online learning. First things first is what we call Fortinet. Fortinet is a VPN application that you could use to access things that you need. Let's say, for example, if the school needs you to access something like, let's say, for example, a license file or any software that you need to download where it is only located at the school and the school has given you permission to access their VPN. So you could use this Fortinet or FortiClient, I mean, to access the virtual private network of your school. The next one is WinRAR. WinRAR is an application, it's a file extractor that you could use together with WinZip. If you know WinZip, it's also a file extractor or compressing application. But when we try to talk about WinRAR, you could access or you could open .rar files, and some of the files that you could receive is in terms of that file extension. So I always try to use WinRAR over WinZip. That's why I try to use WinRAR in my extracting applications. The next tool that I use, this one is used for my video recording, most especially when you try to work on recording on your screenshots. OBS Studio. There's one free tool that you could download. These are all free, and this one is a very powerful tool when you try to do video recording, screen recording, even streaming. Most of what I've seen on the streamers are using actually OBS on their start because again it's free, and you could actually customize what you need on the OBS. The next one is a very powerful tool. If you would notice, it's a notepad, but this type of notepad is very useful for computer scientists or ITE students because it formats your text. Sometimes if you have some copied codes from the net and you copy it on a notepad, sometimes it's not organized the way it should be. But Notepad++ could give you the tools that you need to format the needed syntax or codes for, let's say, for example, I use this one for my Arduino project. If I try to copy paste, I don't go first yet with the Arduino software. I try to first check if the syntax and some of the things like arrangement of the lines are on my format. I try to use Notepad++ for this. Another tool that I use is the Adobe Reader. Adobe Reader is an application that you use to open PDF files. It's very important for us right now to use Adobe Reader because some of the files given to you by your professors are in PDF, and you could actually put your signature inside of a particular PDF document because the Adobe Reader has the what we call fill and sign application. You could use the fill and sign application to actually embed your own signature on the PDF. So you could place your signature on top of the PDF format and save it on a different file. So that's a good thing about Adobe Reader. So you have your fill and sign here. You could place your signature on the PDF and save it. The next one is the Google Remote Desktop. you could actually control your PC by using your smartphone. You could download the Google Chrome or Google Remote Desktop as well on your phone, so that you could control your PC using your phone. Let's say, for example, you're not all the time you are accessing your PC, but if you want to look at your PC and search for a file and send it through the net, you could actually access your laptop using Google Remote Desktop by using your phone, because most of the time you always try to use your phone. So Google Remote Desktop is one good tool for that. Then the last one is a little bit more on the level of ITE and sometimes in engineering. It's because you try to use this VirtualBox to actually test for let's say, for example, not new operating systems, but sometimes old operating systems like Windows XP and Windows 7. You may try to use this application to test and run some applications on older operating systems, as well on other operating systems. Like, let's say, for example, you are working on a Raspberry Pi, or you want to explore the operating system of a Raspberry Pi, but you don't know, or you don't have any Raspberry Pi hardware. So you may try to actually explore the use of the Raspbian OS using this VirtualBox application. Even Ubuntu, one of the most famous Linux distribution that you could actually install on your computer. But before you try to do that, you may try to test first. I always try to test it first before applying it to a particular hardware. So you may try to use those kinds of operating systems on this particular VirtualBox. So that's it. These are some of my utilities or utility apps that I use frequently during this online learning, and I hope that you could try to use this, at least some of this, so that it could help you be productive enough on your online journey experience. Again, good luck and have a great day.